Hello, this is Mitch Minglana, and for this video, I am going to do the Module 7 and 8 activity, where in second activity, I'm going to make a payrun activity for the period January 1 to 15 and 16 to 31. So this will consist of payroll to period. So to do the second period, I will just copy the previous parent to process the next period, which is the January 16 to 31. So let's begin. So here I watched the video from our professor on how to do the payroll. So I make his video as my guide in order to make also my payroll in my own demo company. So the first is, let's go to the payrun. According to our professor in his video, we need to click the payrun and then we input here the code depending on what number we will put here. And then for the contact to pay, let's just do the same, which is the BIR. For the payment frequency, monthly. And then for the payment, it's January 5th. No. The payment here is on Feb 5. I click save. So here in my demo company, I click the parent and here I fill in the mandatory form, and for the contact to pay I did the same, the BIR. For the monthly payment frequency monthly, and for the next payment it will be on February 5, 2011. And then I click save. And then the next is I will add users as my employees. So to add employees, I use the name of my members. Since we are 5, I will input here 4, including the name of, I will include also the name of our professor to make it 5.
Mag-create na lang ako ng dalawang tao. No?
I will first type Beth Rachel May.
Kunwari lang.
Second, Shine.
Pero sa inyo, yung members ang lalagay nyo.
Third will be Laika Manlimos. Next will be Aizel. And for the last entry, which is the name of our professor, Cyrus Bin Ramoga. So these are my employee. The next step is we need to set the period that will covered for this period. So the pay frequency is every 2 weeks, and then from January 1, 2021 to January 14, 2021, and our payment date will be January 15. Now let's change this to 15. But before we set that, let's first do our pay items. So let's click this ordinary time and we'll change the name to basic pay. So here we just change the pay item to basic pay. It was updated. Let's go here first to chart of accounts to add an account. Let's put here the expense as our account type, the code, and then the name is the commission. Then we click save. There, the commission has been added. The next step is we need to add our new pay items. Say, let's put here the commission. commission, pay tax. It's just post-tax deduction. Include here the contact to pay payments, payment frequency, and then we need to click this one as to show default to pay items for all employees. So here in my zero account, using the demo, I already added the pay items, which are commission. So let's click this. So here, commission, allowances, and then commission for the account for reporting. And then I also click this as to show the default to pay items for all employees. Other pay items, the under or absent, is as contribution, employer. Here, also the PhilHealth contribution, the Pag-ibig contribution, other deduction, payroll tax, overtime pay, and the basic tax. So these are my pay items in my demo account. So to make this short, we need these pay items to run our pay. We need to do the pay slip for our employee. So do the basic step, new pay items, and then you just add the pay items that you wanted to create or to put in the payslip of your employee. For the next step is we need to add an account in our chart of accounts, the SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, contribution, the which is the ER. So we need to add that because later on we will use that in our pay items. So here in the expenses, I already added an account, which is the commission and the PhilHealth SSS and the Pag-ibig contribution. So these accounts, this will be used when you add your pay items. So here, on type expense, the code 1301 and PhilHealth SSS Pag-ibig contribution. So I added that in my chart of accounts and also the commission. So that when you create your pay items, you can use those accounts. So let's go here in our payrun. For account for reporting, this is the account that I added in my chart of accounts. So here, I use this to create my pay item for PhilHealth contribution. Same as well for the Pag-ibig contribution SS for my account reporting. And then the next is we need to set now the new pay run for this period. So these are my employees. So I will input here all of their pay slip, just like for example the basic pay, the commission, under or absent, payroll tax, PhilHealth, the SSS, other deduction, and so on. So I will fill in all this pay slip so that we get their net pay and their employer contribution. So to know the rate of the PhilHealth, SSS, and Pag-ibig, I browse in internet searching for their contribution table 2021 in order to know the percentage. So for the PhilHealth, it says here that above um, above 10,000 to 69 and above 10,000 to 69,000 will have a percentage of 3.50. And for the pag-ibig, it's 2%. And for SSS contribution is 4.5 for the employee, and for the employer it is 8.5%. So we need to calculate that to get the total amount. So I input all of the data for my employees. And then after I input all the data in each payslip of my employee, I click next, and then it will showcase now the summary of the payslip of my employees. So here are the other payments you will see here. The total payables we have here, it's total payables. Okay. I also add here a note saying that, hi, this will be your payslip for this month. Enjoy and thank you. So that is the note that I added so that it will appear once I send this payslip to each of my employee. Then I click approve, so there. And after that, I will send this payslip to each of my employee via email. So I will get each of their email, then fill this with their emails. And then after I input all of their emails, I click send, including mine also. I also include my email. So let's check in my email to see if I receive. So here, wow, I receive a pay slip, my pay slip. So there you will see the pay slip that I just received from my email. And now we are done for the first period, which is January 1 to 15. And this time we will do the second period, which is the January 16 to 31. So to do this, we can just copy the previous pay run to process the next payroll period, which is the January 6 to 31. So to do this, let's just look the image that attached here in the Google Classroom. So let's look the first image here. Step is we need to click this copy to new parent. So let's go back here to our zero. Oh, click this parent option, then copy new parent. Then for the third step, oh, this one. Fourth, so while waiting, we can now edit the data for new parent. Next, after edit, you can now approve, and then still loading. So those are the steps in creating the new period, creating the new parent. You just have to wait because the signal is too slow. So here, yes, let's change this to January 31. Payment date. So here says that we have just copied this parent from previous run. Okay, we now have here our employees, so we just have to edit all of this data. Just change this. Assuming So after So after I change the information here for each of my employee, I click approve. After I click approve, I will now see this, and as you can see here, I have two periods already from January 1 to 15 and then from January 16 to 31. Same process. Here, the second payroll. By the way, I changed the demo name to Minglana Surf Resort. I changed it so that they will know that it is me. So now we're done with the two periods of payrun activity. So I hope this video will enlighten the viewers, especially on making the payrun using zero. This is Mitch Minglana. Thank you and God bless.